Touching down for the first time in Belize, United Nations Special Envoy for Road Safety Todt, United Nations appointed Road Safety Advocate Michelle Yeoh, and Jose Aded, Regional FIA Representative for the Americas, rode the George Price Highway to Belmopan. While the road looks good in parts, Todt told reporters that to keep Belizeans safe, more can and should be done in education and enforcement.
We know the prescription on road safety. It's around education, and there is some education for the citizen in Belize, but more could be done. Law enforcement, I feel it's really the weakest point from what I've heard. We need to have a stronger law enforcement on the roads. Road infrastructure, we just spoke. Vehicles are too poor, and Belize should have access to more modern vehicles, and we need to be able to give to Belize road users cars with ESC, electronic stability control, with safety belts in the front, in the rear, with a airbag, and unfortunately sometimes you inherit of cars which are forbidden to be used in developed countries, so it has to stop. And post-crash care, and clearly post-crash care remains still a weak point, even if a lot of things have been done.
The Belize Road Safety Project, which has control of the demonstration corridor between Belize City and Belmopan, is not limited to that area with its activities. Monitoring and Evaluation Officer Faith Cunningham says television is the mode of choice for their advocacy.
We try to ensure that public awareness is increased, and this is done through several public appearances and booths, so forth, as well as the development of education curriculum, which we have actually spearheaded in including in both the primary school and secondary school curriculum. We also have the ads that we show on the television stations and the radio stations as well, and we try to ensure that during public holidays and so forth, where you would have a lot of speeding and driving and drinking and driving, we encourage the public to remember the safety standards or safety measures that we need in the country.
While Todt refrained from commenting on the state of Belize's roads and former attempts from international agencies to obtain funding to upgrade them, he had kind words for how quickly the country's attitude has turned around on the issue of road safety, and opined that were the record to be kept up, international funding would flow in freely.
I commend the work which has been done and which is done, and the interest which is given to road safety, but the whole road infrastructure has to be assessed, and we cannot judge progress on only 80 or 100 kilometers road, but we are encouraging the government and all those who participated to support. And we were talking about Caribbean Development Bank, about IDB, the bid. So everybody has to participate to fulfill the needs of all the country in terms of global infrastructure.
Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.